Chapter 12, Mishnah 1. This chapter deals with the mitzvah of Shiluach Haken, sending away a mother bird from her nest before taking her chicks or eggs. The Torah states in Devarim chapter 22, verses 6 and 7, if a bird's nest will happen to be before you on the road, in any tree or on the ground, with chicks or eggs, and the mother is roosting on the chicks or on the eggs, you shall not take the mother bird while she is on the young. You shall surely send away the mother and take the young for yourself, so it will be good for you and will prolong your days. This passage in the Torah contains two mitzvahs, a prohibition to take the mother bird while she is roosting on her young, and a positive commandment to send away the mother bird before taking her young. The chapter will discuss when these mitzvahs apply and their relationship to each other. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. The mitzvah of sending away the mother bird from the nest before taking the chicks or eggs applies both in the land of Israel and outside the land, both when the temple exists and when the temple does not exist, since it has no connection to the temple service. And it applies to birds that have not been consecrated to the Beis Hamikdash, but not to birds that have been consecrated to the Beis Hamikdash, since these birds cannot be sent away, but must be brought to the temple treasury. The Mishnah compares this mitzvah to another mitzvah that applies to birds, namely covering the blood. The mitzvah of covering the blood is more stringent than the mitzvah of sending away the mother bird from her nest in the following way. The mitzvah of covering the blood applies both to wild animals and birds, and it applies whether they are readily available, i.e. they live in his house, or not readily available, they live in the wild. Whereas the mitzvah of sending away the mother bird from the nest applies only to birds, and it applies only to birds that are not readily available. The Mishnah gives examples of birds that are not readily available. What are the cases of birds that are not readily available, where the mitzvah of sending away the mother applies? They are, for example, geese or chickens that escaped from their owner's house and then nested in the orchard. However, if the birds did not escape but nested in the house itself, and similarly, in the case of Herodian doves, which are used to living among people and do not fly away from them, he is exempt from sending away the mother bird before taking their chicks or eggs because they are considered readily available.